Today in the news, we have ray-traced God rays coming from the clouds, old games on a new platform, and Minecraft. What's up guys, I'm Snows, and this is your boot sequence. Nvidia has been into game streaming for a while. First with the Nvidia Grid app, which allows you to stream a selection of games into your Nvidia Shield devices without owning the title. It was a sort of proper Netflix for games. That service then got renamed to GeForce Now and expanded to other devices like PC and Mac, but it changed for those platforms. Instead of having a selection of free games to play, you'll have to make sure that A, the game that you want to play is on a supported GeForce Now list, and that B, if you already own the game, the app will automatically check if you have it on Steam, Origin, Uplay, or other stores. So why am I talking about this? Well, Nvidia just announced that ray tracing will be available to the beta service starting today in select locations. Now, I know the service has been in beta since 2017, but it's nice to see them expand a little to differentiate themselves from the pack. Right now, GeForce Now can run games at up to 1080p and can boost the frame rate all the way up to 120 FPS or higher. Add to this ray tracing capabilities and they might have a winner if the price is competitive. Now, I want to make something clear. When I take shots at Nvidia, like I did on the last video, it's either because of their absurd pricing or the dumb things the CEO tends to say, like not owning a ray tracing card in 2019 is just crazy. That was just dumb. In this specific case though, I think it's a pretty cool service. If you plan on buying into Stadia or are just interested in game streaming in general, having the possibility of playing your games ray traced when supported at a constantly high frame rate is a cool exclusive feature for the platform. I mean, depending on the price, which we don't know yet, you might even consider jumping in and out month to month if you want to see how the brand new game that you just bought on Steam looks like, but with ray tracing. Plus, Nvidia also announced that the service will be available on Android phones, and they name dropped Samsung and LG flagships during the reveal. So let me ask you this question. If you absolutely had to get a streaming service for your games, would you A, buy the game on the store of your choice, that could be Steam, Uplay, Good Old Games, etc., and then get a subscription to GeForce Now to play it, or B, use a platform like Stadia which allows for higher resolutions and can be played on more devices, but the catch with Stadia is that the games have to be bought on the Stadia store, so you can't play the games you currently own on the platform. Let me know down below. Speaking of Stadia, the company had their third Stadia Connect today at Gamescom, and well, it's basically just game announcements. They announced that the upcoming games Cyberpunk 2077 and Borderlands 3 would be available, and other previously released games like Mortal Kombat 11, Attack on Titan 2, Superhot, and others would join the store. You know, at first glance, I thought that Stadia was a cool service slash concept, but the fact that it has its own store where you can't actually download the games to either play offline or use your own PC's power kind of sucks. And they just keep bringing up the same goddamn thing every Connect. It's $129 for the Founders Edition, and you get the full Destiny 2 experience. Like, who cares? It's really starting to sound like a broken record. Next up, we got another gaming related story. I mean, it's Gamescom after all. About a week ago, Mojang announced that they canceled their super duper graphics pack for Minecraft because they weren't satisfied with the performance on all devices. Well, it looks like instead, the company partnered up with Nvidia to implement ray tracing into the game. That doesn't really make sense to me since ray tracing is so much more taxing than a graphics pack. Now, I know path tracing was already available for the Java version of the game, but it was made by a third party and you had to pay $10 for it. Plus, it wasn't even using Nvidia's RT cores or DXR. It was all OpenGL. Now it's going to be available for the Bedrock version for free, and it will use DXR. Honestly, out of all of the games to get ray tracing support, Minecraft is surprisingly the one that benefits the most from it, but you need a DXR compatible GPU to play it, and right now the only cards available are from Nvidia. I've got to be honest, I'm kind of bummed that AMD hasn't implemented DXR yet. I'm not saying that it's needed, but I'm just curious. I know that it probably won't perform that well, but Nvidia enables it for some of their older 10 series cards, and I'd love to see how Navi performs in that domain without dedicated hardware. If I can get 60 FPS FPS at 1080p in Minecraft, I'd take it. I don't need high frame rates to place blocks and go to the nether. I'm sure it's just a matter of time though before AMD enables it. Crossing my fingers maybe for next year. Anyways guys, that is pretty much it for the news today. As you can see, I got a new keyboard because my old one had issues with the top number keys. I don't know why, they just stopped working. Like even the backspace works, but not 0 through 9. It's really weird. And I hate this one, by the way. As usual, don't forget to like the video if you liked it, dislike if you did this to your CPU socket. Wow, that's bad. Click right here to see the latest video, right here to subscribe to the channel. Stay frosty, my dudes, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh my god, I slipped. Oh, and yeah, I shaved my beard. It doesn't look good. I don't know why. I look pretty... Bye.